Good afternoon, everyone. Typically, I would be full of energy coming on here and just shouting at the top of my lungs how much I love the game of football. Um, but that's exactly what it is. It's a game, right? We should be enjoying ourselves. We should be having fun. And it saddens me that we lost one of our football family members because of mental health, or because and of course gosh, I'm still a little bit I'm still a little bit blown away of what happened with Marshawn Keeland um uh last night and into the early morning hours. Of course, we're talking about Marshawn Keeland, who was a Dallas Cowboy, had a tremendous game on Monday night. Had a blocked kick taken back to the house for a TD. Just a tremendous young and up and coming talent from the rival school that I am currently working for. Um, Tremendous young man. And this again, it goes to the whole notion of you don't know what people are going through on a daily, what their mental health state is. You should always check on those people. Um, should always check on your people. You should always make sure they're doing okay. Um, so my thoughts and prayers are with Marshawn's family and just everything that's going on. The Dallas Cowboys, to the Western Michigan Bronco family who lost one of theirs, to just football fans in general. Um, just take a step back and say, these are still human beings we're dealing with. They're not robots. They're not video game. These are real people we're dealing with, and they have real mental health issues that we have to make sure are okay. So, um, just thoughts and prayers with the family, with the Nealon family, and yeah.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers.
So, um, and it we do like to start off a show like that. It's hard to get that energy into the atmosphere, but we have to do it, right? Um, the first game is in college. The college game that I picked was, I believe it was Florida State Clemson. That game is going to be at 7 o'clock on the ACC network. Florida State travels. They're 4-4. They're looking to get into the not a playoff picture, but into a bowl game picture. And Clemson as well. They're trying to get into a bowl game somewhere. They're both sitting at that 4-4, 3-5. Clemson just finds ways to lose ball games last couple weeks. Clemson's favored by 1.5.
Clemson is.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come down to FSU's quarterback and that kid's Tommy Casanellis. He's got to do enough with the ball. You're at Clemson, so I think that would give Clemson their advantage because you're at Clemson. I'm going to get picked Florida State, but wouldn't shock me if Clemson beat them by a field goal at the end.
At the beginning of the season, I had Clemson's quarterback Kate Klubnik in my early like preseason picks to be in the Heisman race, and he has been absolutely non-existent. this season. His season stats are 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's not producing like Cade Klubnik has in the past. He was one of those guys. This kid is something special. He's gonna be the next Trevor Lawrence. And I gave him all sorts of praise because I thought this kid was gonna just absolutely rip it up. Him and Castellanos are the same kind of player.
Yeah.
Give me Clemson in this one. Just because of home field advantage. I think that's the only reason that they're gonna win this week. If this game was that night in Tallahassee, give me the tomahawk chop all day. Yeah. But it being in Death Valley, yeah, Clemson. The next one up is the Big 12 game. The Big 12 game that was picked was the BYU traveling to Texas Tech. The 8-0 BYU Cougars traveling to Texas Tech to take on number 7 ranked BYU traveling to number 8 Texas Tech. And Texas Tech is a 10. This blows me away. They are completely dogging BYU right now.
Right.
They want to tell me that Texas Tech is a 10.5 point favorite to beat this BYU team. Are you nuts? But what do you think about this? Looking at these two teams.
I mean, yeah, either BYU isn't deserving of their 8-0 record. I don't know who exactly they played this year, but you got 8-0 and 8-0. You wouldn't think a 10-point margin would be that bad on the scorebooks, I mean, you have Texas Tech that has an amazing rush defense, obviously, because they're 8-0. But BYU's strength is running. So if you wash those two out, you got a passing game. And I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Texas Tech because they're at home, but not by 10. I think maybe by 6, maybe.
Now, while you were giving you your rundown for the week or for this game, I was comparing the two schedules and who they played and who they beat because Texas Tech lost one game, and that one game they lost was who was it that they lost to? Arizona State. Arizona State beat them 26-22. BYU 8-0 hasn't played Arizona State yet. They played Arizona, but they haven't played Arizona State. Now, BYU played Utah, beat them 24-21 at home. Texas Tech, when they played Utah, in Utah, beat them 34-10. That was early season Utah.
Right.
I'm really high on Bear Bachmeier.
Right.
I really think he's a freshman and he is playing like an elite quarterback already. Right. The kid has 1,693 yards, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. His QBR is a 78.9. I mean, the kid as a freshman, like I said, he's 18 years old, and I really think Bear Bachmeier is going to be in the Heisman candidates for the next 3 years. I think you're going to hear a lot. You're going to hear Bear Bachmeier's name quite a bit in the next 3 years, and even going forward, I think he's going to be the next big thing to come out of BYU and go to the pros and play on Sunday. That's how good this kid is. I think he has that's the only thing that is kind of making me lean more towards Texas Tech, because they do have a more seasoned. They have a senior. They have Morton. He's a senior, playing at home. I'm, just because I like BYU better, I'm going to take BYU in a very tight game. Hopefully, Bears offensive line and his running back Martin can LJ Martin. He's a junior. The kid is extremely fast. He's from El Paso, Texas. He's averaging 6.5 a carry. So I really, they have a very high powered offense, and give me BYU. I'm a little bit more confident now that I've like said it out loud. I've been thinking about it all day. Be like, all right, who am I picking? But yeah, I'm gonna go BYU.
All right.
Then next up, we got the Big Ten. Michigan does not play this week, thank God, and because they are all sorts of banged up. They are. I think Justice Haynes might be having season-ending ankle surgery.
Yeah, he's done for the season.
Yeah. And that's a big blow for the U of M. And again, I'm nowhere near throwing this out as an excuse. Like, why if we when we play that team from down south, we lose. But it's definitely not going to help us that he's out.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll be that guy. If they lose, it's going to be because, I mean, Morris is good. Don't get me wrong. Number 23 is his name, Morris.
Yeah,
he's good. I have no problem.
He's a power back. That's what I like about him. He's not going to shy away from.
Well, we're gonna, in order to beat those guys from down south, we're gonna need somebody to step up and take Hayes' spot. Some explosive explosion. So we'll see there. We'll go.
So in the Big Ten game of the week, I picked Oregon traveling to Iowa. They get to sit in those pink locker rooms and figure it out, be in that atmosphere. And it's a 3:30 game, which means going into the fourth quarter, it's going to be getting dark. It's going to be getting dark over in Iowa. The hospital going to be all lit up in the background, right? Oregon's only 6.5-point favorites on the road against a very tough Iowa team. 6-2 Iowa, 7-1 Oregon.
I'm going to call this one right now. It's not going to be an Oregon game that you would expect. They put up big numbers. This is going to be 10-7, and Iowa's going to win it. They're going to hold Oregon to 7 points. That defense that Iowa plays, Iowa's going to win 10-7.
Okay. Now, what's really interesting about this Iowa team, they're led by a first-year Hawkeye, but a dude who spent the last 4 years at South Dakota State University, an FBS. The kid, his name is Mark Gronowski. He's a 6'2", 235 senior from Naperville, Illinois. And the kid is having himself out. I love these kind of quarterbacks. I love game managing quarterbacks. His numbers aren't flashy because it's old school Big Ten football, right? He only has 946 yards passing, only 4 touchdowns, and he's thrown 4 interceptions.
Wow. What's their record?
They are 6-2. That's what I'm saying, man. Like old school, like Big Ten football is back.
Run it down your throat. Run it down your throat football, yeah.
Oh, I love it. And that's because that's what CMU does. Yeah. CMU plays FU football, and I love it. Yeah. Their leading rusher, is Kamari Moulton. He's a sophomore. He only has 435 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Because again, it is spreading the ball out, right? It's not just one player getting the work done. It is tough, hard-nosed football.
Right.
And I don't think that translates. I don't think Oregon has it in them to play hard-nosed football. They are the air it out, get it down the field quickly.
Right.
The flash, the cool helmets, the cool jerseys, like all that kind of stuff. But hey, you can wear those lime green jerseys all you want. It still doesn't change the fact that Iowa is going to be very physical with you, and they're going to play tough offense and defense. I don't think it's going to be. I think it should be 6.5 in favor of Iowa.
Right.
That home field advantage, the pink locker rooms, everything. Give me Iowa to upset Oregon.
All right.
Next up, we got the MAC. It's weird. This week is weird. We had MACtion yesterday and the night before. Last night's scores from MACtion: Toledo beats Northern Illinois 42-3. Ball State beats Kent State 17-13. On Tuesday night, we had Ohio beating Miami of Ohio. That's a big one. That's a big win for the Bobcats, 24-20. And then Akron beats the brakes off of UMass 44-10 on Tuesday. The only game this week is Bowling Green traveling to Eastern. I don't think I put that one on there at all. But we do have MACtion next week, where we have Kent State playing Akron. We have Ohio playing Western. Which one did I put for that one?
Ohio playing Western.
Ohio playing Western. That has a lot of MAC championship implications, right? Ohio sitting at 6-3, Western at 5-4. Western is at home. Ohio can knock them out of contention for a MAC championship run if they beat them that night, and that helps my boys at CMU hopefully climb the ladder a little bit more, because they will be playing Buffalo at home. Both Buffalo and CMU are 5-4, along with Western. So there's a lot going on in the next few weeks to see if CMU can climb back into that MAC championship picture, because Toledo plays Miami of Ohio at home as well on Wednesday night, and they're both 5-4. And we play Toledo in 2 weeks.
Nice. I wanted so bad to watch the Western CMU game, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so I missed that. That seemed to me to be a hell of a game. I don't know. Didn't watch it, so I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't watch a lot of MAC. I know out of hatred I'd pick Ohio, because I can't stand them boys from the Western. Logically, I think I'll pick Ohio as well, even though they're on the road. Give me Ohio.
It sucks for me to say this. I'm going to take Western. Simply based on the stories that I have heard coming back from some of the players. Some of my guys at some of the boys told me this week, I got a chance to talk with a couple of them, because actually quite a few of them, and they all said that the players weren't the issue going into this game. They respected each other. They weren't a-holes. They were very they were there to be football players. They were there to play the game. There was really no dirty, underhanded stuff happening on the field. So it was just hard-nosed football, and that's what these guys wanted. And so, and they said that the quarterback, Brock Lowry, this kid's a sophomore, which sucks for us because we're going to see him for the next 2 years. Kid's having a great season, you know. For a MAC quarterback, like throwing the ball, he's thrown for 1,314 yards, 7 touchdowns, and only thrown 1 pick. It's guys like that take care of the ball and don't turn the ball over. It's the reason why Western right now is sitting at 5-4. They don't turn the ball over. Brock Lowry is also a dual threat. He leads the team in rushing as well. So that's one of those things. It's like, okay, well, game on. Now we know who we have to stop. I'm gonna pick at the end of the week. We're gonna have a bunch of 6-4 teams at the top. I really think at the end of it, it's going to be Ohio at 6-4, Western at 6-4, will be at 6-4 because that's obviously who I'm going to pick when it comes time to pick that CMU game. And then you're going to have probably Miami of Ohio sitting at 6-4 because they host Toledo. So I think this week Maction home games mean more, and it makes a difference for Maction for those Wednesday night in the middle of the week games. I really truly believe that home field advantage means a lot more than anything. So,
yep.
So now we're on to the SEC. I think there was just one game in that one
Two.
We'll start with the LSU Alabama game. Alabama at home against LSU. Alabama's a 9.5 point favorite, which I mean kind of makes sense.
You know, as much as you hate Alabama, I mean, you know, I can honestly say my beef with Alabama's over. You know, they're who they are. Understand football as you grow older. They're who they are. They have rebounded well. They look solid. They're ranked where they're ranked because they deserve to be ranked where they're ranked. Now LSU, on the other hand, it seems like the wheels are falling off the bus every week, and they're gonna get destroyed. LSU's gonna get destroyed by Alabama at their home. So I'm saying Alabama by 3 scores.
It's another situation where at the beginning of the season, right? I had Garrett Newsmeyer as one of my Heisman candidates. I had the kid from LSU. I thought for sure he was going to be an absolute dog. I thought I'd be saying go Tigers, like looking at a potential national championship appearance for these guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It's one of those things. I wish I had the answers. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could sit here and say, yeah, Brian Kelly was the problem. Because I hate that man. I as a fan, a football fan, that's the only coach in all of college football right now, other than Ryan Day, that I can't stand.
Right.
I think Brian Kelly doesn't deserve to coach football. And I hope and pray that no one takes a gamble on him because he showed his character. He's given up on so many, and I feel like he's given up on these kids before he got fired. because sitting at 5-3, I think after the second time he lost, he knew he wasn't gonna probably go to the playoffs. So I think he just kind of started mailing it in.
Yeah.
And just like basically living off of the legacy of LSU.
Yeah.
But obviously the final nail in his coffin was getting his ass beat in prime time against a very, very good Texas A&M team. Yeah. So now over to Bama. Bama is not the same Bama we're used to. It's not Nick Saban's Bama, obviously. Right. They play totally different. When's the last time you saw a Bama quarterback throw for over 20 touchdowns in a season?
Right.
It right. doesn't happen, right? Bama quarterbacks are supposed to be game managers and once in a while toss one deep to guys like Julio Jones or whatever. Their run style, we've seen them. They're running back you. They always produce like Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry, and all those guys. This year, their leading rusher only has 300 yards.
Wow. Holy crap. Yeah, their rushers are always up in like 800, 1,000 yards.
Yeah, they always have 1,000-yard rushers.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, their leading rusher is 308.
How many touchdowns has the quarterback thrown so far this year?
20.
20.
And 1 interception.
Wow.
For 2,184 yards.
Damn. Yeah.
So, I mean, with that being said, it's in Tuscaloosa. I hate it. I mean, I'd rather say this, and I'll say roll tide, on this one. Like, there's no one like, the SEC is going to be a dogfight at the end. It truly is. And if it ends up being Alabama and the team that's going to win the next game, because you know who I'm picking, I'm okay with it. That's going to be a hell of a game.
That's going to be a good game.
That's going to be a great game in Georgia. I tell you that right now.
Texas A&M.
The next game on the SEC schedule is Texas A&M traveling to Missouri. Texas A&M 8-0 against the 6-2 Missouri Tigers. Texas A&M 6.5-point favorites.
I watched that Texas A&M game last week, and because Matt was talking all how good they were, and I wanted to see how good they were. Yeah, they should be arguably the number one team in the nation, in my opinion. And not that I'm not saying, please do not hear me wrong. I know when a team is good, and this Michigan-Ohio State game in 3 weeks scares the shit out of me because these guys look good. Ohio State, okay? Not as good as the Aggie team. This game, and I'm excited about the SEC game for the first time in my life, probably. That's going to be a freaking air raid. That A&M Bama game, that's going to be an air raid. But this one's going to be a demolished. A&M's going to dog wash Missouri. No questions. No question. We don't have to talk about it. That's how good it is. Texas A&M, I'm going to beat them by 21 points.
See, now I'm glad you were able to watch them play against LSU. And thing is, they started off horribly in that LSU game. Like, they didn't look good at all. And then Marcel Reed, who is, again, it's crazy to me that these sophomores and freshmen are competing like at such a high level. Because Marcel Reed's only a sophomore.
Wow.
His season stats, 1,972 yards passing, 17 touchdowns, and he's thrown 6 picks, but those 6 picks were early in the season, I do believe. He hasn't really thrown anything like lately. Again, the only thing that concerns me is Missouri. Their running attack is how they move the football. They have a 937-yard rusher, Hardy. Amid Hardy. He's a sophomore as well. These all again sophomores and freshmen are just killing it.
Yeah,
this year. The underclassmen are just tearing it up in college football. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm taking A&M, and I think it's gonna be a better game because Mizzou kept it close with Bama, but Bama beat them. It's without a shadow of a doubt, I'm gonna go A&M, and I think that's the last game because we
don't do that CMU game.
So next up, we got the NFL picks for the week. Tonight we have a rivalry game. We have the Raiders, the 2-6 Raiders, on the road at Mile High Stadium to take on the Denver Broncos on 8:15 on Prime Video. Denver 9.5-point favorites.
You'd be stupid to say the Raiders. So no, Denver Broncos all day.
I mean,
yeah, come on.
It's a rivalry game, but even these guys, even the Raiders, they're playing for a draft pick now. Give me the Broncos country. Let's ride. Bo Nix throws for like 1,000.
What's that guy say on TikTok? Bo Nix throw the touchdown. He looks like Napoleon Dynamite. Throws it. Denver Broncos, 5 million points. Yeah,
500 million freaking points.
Freaking points.
Sunday we have a lot of really good games. We kick it off Sunday morning at 9:30 in the morning in Berlin. We have Falcons taking on the absolute, like, there's 2 teams in this trade deadline who just absolutely secured their spots in the Super Bowl. And if they don't, what they did was for nothing. And the Colts are one of them. The Colts are, I don't understand how the NFL allows a team like the Colts to go out and get freaking Sauce Gardner. You know what I mean? Like they need sauce. But whatever.
Bring me the sauce. We're gonna go use all day. Horseshoes.
I mean, shout out to my buddy Malik if he watches. Your Falcons ain't got no shot on Sunday to win this ball game.
How would Vince McMahon would say? No chance in hell.
Next up, we got 2 of the worst teams in the league outside of that Las Vegas. We have the Cleveland Browns. We are the Cleveland Browns. Punts. The Browns travel to New Jersey to take on the Jets at MetLife.
Coin flip.
Let's pray that they tie.
Where they at? New Jersey?
Yeah, they're at the. I'm gonna say we are the Cleveland Browns because they lost to the bye week last week.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna choose the Cleveland Browns for the hell.
I think I'm gonna go Cleveland too.
Yeah, why not? That'll be fun.
Next up on the list, we have a complete opposite of the of records that I thought we were going to see. We had the 5-3 Jags traveling to Houston to take on the 3-5 Texans. Jacksonville's 1.5-point favorites in this one.
As good as CJ Stroud is, I think the Jags will pull it out. Jags are going to win this game easy.
Well, the Jags also just signed a wide receiver. What's his name? Malik Neighbors. No, no, not Malik Neighbors. Dude from the Raiders. What's his name?
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, was it dude from the Raiders? That the Jags just traded for.
Christian Kirk, I mean, went to the Texans, but
Jacoby Myers?
I'll check.
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers.
Yes, Jacoby. He went to sleep 2-7 and he woke up 7-2.
Holy shit. $46.65 million contract. What the fuck?
So Jacoby, welcome to Jacksonville and welcome to a playoff team. And welcome to your first win in Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville runs away with that one. In a trap game. In an absolute trap game. The Bills travel to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Why even travel down the state of Florida?
I think it's a trap game. I really do. Because you have the Bills playing at the highest level, beating the Chiefs, outplaying the Chiefs. Yes, I'm saying it. They outplayed them. I watched all 4 quarters. The Chiefs couldn't get the job done. The Bills won that ball game at home. And the Bills and the Chiefs are kind of in the process of removing themselves from the playoff picture. The Finns right now, they have nothing. They have nothing to lose, right? And that's dangerous. Buffalo's 9.5 point favorites. My brain says Buffalo, just looking at how much of a difference it is.
Right.
But to me, it's going to be closer than 9.5 points.
You think so?
I think it could almost be a coin toss game at this point.
Really?
It is a rivalry game. It is a divisional rivalry game. And we saw last week, Detroit Lions saw how that works firsthand. We should have blown the doors out of off the Vikings last week. So I'm going to pick the Bills, but I would not be a bit surprised if the Finns pulled it out.
No. I can play. I see what you're saying, but there ain't nothing good about the Dolphins. So Bills by 3 touchdowns.
Bills by 3 freaking points.
3 freaking points. Mark.
Next up on the docket, we have a very good game. We have the team that I had picked to win the AFC East. And then looking really good right now, the 7-2 Patriots taking on the 6-2 Buccaneers at home. Tampa Bay's only 2.5 point favorite.
You know what I'm going to say? But this is going to be a really good game. This really is. But, man, I got to roll with my boy. I mean, I'm going to say Tampa at home. Yeah. They got their quarterback, man. He'll get the job done like he's been.
I'm going Tampa. I'm going to go New England.
Okay.
Drake May is playing very good.
He is. Yeah.
That whole Patriots team, and I'm going to go back to what I said about Tennessee getting rid of Coach Vrabel. Obviously, he was able to turn Tennessee into a playoff caliber team, and he's doing that in New England now. He brought the culture. He brought everything. I really honestly think that the Patriots are going to extend into greatness in the next couple of years because of Coach Vrabel. And I really think that they are going to start to show people that Tennessee made a mistake not keeping him around. Yeah. So yeah, give me New England in that game on Sunday. We have 3 more 1:00 games, and then the 1:00 game. The Giants travel to Chicago, and who gives a crap? Even the New York Giants fans are like, all right, let's just get the season over with.
Yeah, it's going to Bears. The Bears.
The Bears by 4.5 points. Next up, we have another battle of teams who made the playoffs last year and looking to try to get back into contention. And that's the Ravens at 3-5 traveling to Minnesota for the 4-4 Vikings. Lamar Jackson came back and is back for that game. Baltimore favored by 4.5.
Man. JJ McCarthy, man, that's all I got to say. He looked good. He really did. And I think I think they're hot. They're high on the win that they had last week. I think they're going to bring that into this week's game, and they're going to beat the Ravens, ending the Ravens' possibility of getting the playoffs.
Well, I think the Ravens right now are kind of sitting in that situation of they're sellers, right? They don't because they just traded Jair Alexander to Philadelphia. They're kind of, I'm not saying they're giving up, but it's not looking like they are trying to get into the playoffs at this point.
No, they're not saving their season.
They're not trying to save their season. They're
getting ready. They're getting ready for next year.
Yeah. And that's fine. And Heel Kevin can go out and play golf on Sundays and not worry about having to watch the Baltimore Ravens, whatever. And I mean, I would do that too if my team wasn't making the playoffs.
I mean, you're going golf or watching the Ravens. That's easy.
If I live in Georgia like he does and it's beautiful weather, yeah, I'm gonna go golf instead of watching the Ravens lose. Give me the Vikings. The last 1:00 game before the 1:00 game is the Saints traveling to the surprising 5-4 Panthers. 5-4. Carolina's 5.5 point favorites. The Saints are just trying to lose out so they can get that number 1 pick. Panthers, I mean, it's no brainer. Carolina all day. And then the 1:00 game, Detroit on the road against the Washington Commanders. And this was one in the early parts of the season I circled as makes me nervous, right? Like this game made me nervous because of what they did to us in the playoffs last year. But after seeing Jaden Daniels pretty much end his season last week, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yep.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. To me, this is the revenge game. To me, this is a statement game. I'm not saying that they got beat badly and that's why they're embarrassed. I think Detroit embarrassed themselves. They should have won that game. They're pissed.
I'm sorry, that game's at 4:25, so yeah.
Coach Campbell's pissed. Turnovers. What the hell? They got a lot. They better fix something, right? But like you said, Daniel basically is done for the year. And Detroit wants to Detroit, after getting beat last year in the playoffs, they're going to come in and make a statement, especially in Washington. I'm going to say Detroit's going to win by 14 points.
Now, I'm going to make a statement, and this might be controversial. This might be a hot take. This might ruffle some feathers. This might be something that you might not expect. I think Jaden Daniels is RG4. He is the second coming of RG3. This injury will end him.
Yep.
I think he's done.
Yep.
Because RG3, when he came back from an injury like this, was never the same. Granted, RG3 was his leg, but Jaden, this is his arm. So, where are we going to go? But yeah, I think the Lions win by at least 2 scores, and it's a statement game. The 4:05 game, we got the Cardinals traveling to Seattle. It's a no-brainer here. I think Seattle, the way they're playing right now with Jackson Smith and Njigba and Kenneth Walker, and just that whole Seattle team is just really super, super good, playing very well at home. 6-2, yeah.
Seattle all day.
No shot that they're losing that ball game. Then we have this is the AFC West showdown. We have the 6-2 Rams traveling to the 6-3 49ers. Like, this AFC West is a very, very, very good team or division. With Seattle 6-2, Rams are 6-2, and the 49ers 6-3. Rams are 4.5 favorites on the road in San Francisco.
I think this is another statement game. I think Harbaugh's going to have their team ready.
No, that's the Chargers. The Chargers.
Sorry. Rams. Okay, so Rams. I'm sorry, my bad. I think the Rams are going to be ready after losing in week 5 to the 49ers. I think they're going to come back and win this game. That team's talented. Both teams are really good. But I'm going to go Rams.
I think Matthew Stafford is going to have himself a ball game. He loves the opportunity to get his revenge from earlier games where they shouldn't have lost. I'm going to go the Rams. I think they win by at least a touchdown, maybe 10 points. Next up, we have another very good game. It's a Sunday night game. It's 8:20 on NBC/Peacock. We have the Steelers 5-3 traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. They're 6-3. The Chargers are 2.5-point favorites in this one.
Chargers because they're home. It's going to be a good game. But home field advantage is going to.
It's going to be a very good game.
Yeah.
The Chargers need to definitely put up points.
Yep.
They need to be able to keep tempo with the Steelers. I think the Steelers are going to move the ball up and down the field. But I think it's going to be a field goal difference. I think Chargers win by a field goal. And then we have the Monday night game. We have the Philadelphia Super Bowl Eagles. The Super Bowl runs through Philly, especially when they go out and get a guy like Jair Alexander to add to Cooper DeJean, and that secondary is already stupid. And they got that kid from Miami too. Another DB from Miami, their number 1 DB. So yeah, why not beef up an already super team, right? Next thing, I'm pretty sure LeBron James is playing wide receiver for him too because he wants to win a Super Bowl. Right. It's so stupid. They might as well just whatever. 8:15 on ABC/ESPN. The Eagles 6-2 travel to Green Bay 5-2-1. Yeah. Green Bay 1.5-point favorites.
Only because they got the two acquisitions they got on defense this week or this couple weeks. They're gonna go into Green Bay and Eagles are gonna win. I don't think if they wouldn't have beefed up that defense, I think it would have been a better game. I think Jordan Love is a great quarterback. That team's good. But this is where a separation of that conference is going to come this week. So I say the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going to say fly, Eagles, fly in this one. I'd rather say fly, Eagles, fly than go, Pack, go at this point. Yeah. It'll Green Bay losing to Philly will help us more than Green Bay beating Philly. But yeah, it's a night game in Green Bay. That's the only thing that kind of worries me about that game.
Right.
Because it's going to be cold. It's on my birthday. So my one birthday wish for Philadelphia, go in there and beat them, please. But just don't use that goddamn tush push.
Right.
I hate that play. But that's all we got for the week. I want to give a shout out to Cody Cornett and Matt Duelis for stopping by, and whoever else had joined throughout this whole thing. I appreciate you guys' support, and just being good all around people. And this is the last time you'll see my pretty face until next Tuesday. I don't know what Scott's got going on next couple.
Nothing till Monday. Monday night.
So, again, going back to what I said at the beginning of the show, please check on your people. Please make sure your people are okay. And remember, just because you see someone and you think that everything is perfect in their life, and because of what you see out here, doesn't mean everything is okay in here. Okay? But again, our condolences to the Nealon family. Yep. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys next time.